Hello guys and welcome back to the channel Football Club Barcelona Nation. It's Barca against Athletic Club, the semi-final of the Supercopa. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the press conference ahead of this game. Hansi Flick and Raphinha spoke. Big words from the captain, which we are going to focus on. Speaking of the Supercopa, he's back to the squad. And of course, the Dani Olmo registration issues and all the updates heading into the game later tonight. I hope everyone is fine. Let's get into it. So I'll briefly go into Flick's update first. This is what he said about the game and the opponents. Everyone is ready to win the first title of the season. We have to focus on this game first, and winning a title will mean a lot. Then on Athletic Club, he said, playing against Athletic is always difficult. A good team with great players and a strong philosophy, but we focus on ourselves, the way we want to play, and we need to be confident in ourselves. Then on whether Dani Olmo and Pau Victor will play tonight in the event of their registration issues. They travel with the squad, and also his thought on this issue may be affecting the club in terms of transfer market. Flick said this, and I quote, "I don't expect them to play, but we have to wait. It's not an easy situation, although we have to keep going and we must show that we are a team. So we will have to wait, and I don't think their situation will be resolved before this game." And on whether this issue will affect the club in terms of transfer, he just calmed things down by saying, "I like everything about Barcelona and I will tell the players to come and sign the contract." Lastly, on Yamal, he gave us an update that he's ready and he has been training well and might play. Personally, I don't think that he should take any part in this game. Looking at the start of his recent knee injuries in November and December last year, I think we should have left him to recover for the 3 to 4 weeks. But seemingly, he looks ready. I don't believe he should start, and he may be integrated in around the 60th or 70th minute, depending on the flow of the game, the intensity, the scoreline. But should he play, let the team make it the best conditions so that he can come in around the 75th minute or so, and we will see what happens. So over to Raphinha. Rafa had some big words heading into this game. We know it's only 2 games that could give us a trophy, which will be very important to kick off the year, bringing this trophy back home. This is the most important game, and then we will see. So Raphinha was asked about the Supercopa. 2 years ago, it was a turning point in the season. How do you think this could affect the team going on forward as a new start in 2025? So he answered, "The trophy gives us confidence. We have to be ready to fight for everything. It's an opportunity to fight and win the first trophy of the year, and it will boost our confidence for the season." The second question was about Olmo and Pau Victor. 1. So as the captain, are you worried about their situation? And what impact does this have in the dressing room? How are you dealing with it? So Raphinha said, "It's a complicated situation. We players never want to go through this kind of moments, and it's difficult for everybody not knowing if they will be available or not. We hope that those who are in charge can resolve this issue so that they can play again." There was a follow-up question on the same issue, on the legal issue, whether the people responsible, the president, they will manage this situation. And he said, "We have to trust that this is going to be resolved quickly. We have had some very positive messages, and we try to be calm during our work, during the training sessions, and the people responsible can resolve it and bring the good news quickly." Lastly, on the Olmo and Pau case, as the captain, you are the intermediary between the coach and the president. If you were in this situation, what decision would you take? So Raphinha answered, "It's a difficult situation. Only the players who are in this situation can make a decision. They have to wait and see what happens, but we are very positive on things being resolved as quickly as possible." And final question, it was about the same issue. We are going to come into it. And to be honest, I think Raphinha spoke his mind, as we are going to come into later in the video. So back in the squad, after playing no part in the Copa del Rey against Barbastro, he was asked how he was feeling. He had some setbacks in the last few weeks and what he is expecting from this game. So he said, he is feeling better, he has rested well and improved the knock that he had, and is ready to help the team in the coming games. Next, he was asked about Athletic Club. They have been playing well, lots of wins against us in this competition, and based on our potential, whether we are the favorites heading into this game. This is what he said. Football is normally unfair. Sometimes you play much better than the opponents and lose. Sometimes you play bad and you win. We want to be 100% focused in the game, make as few mistakes as possible to be victorious. Concerning our form, Raphinha said this: we started the season well with important victories and then followed by some poor results. But in terms of playing against Atleti and Babastro, it seems that we are back to the level we need to be. He was asked his analysis regarding our previous form, and he said, it's difficult to give a reason. In football, you are not 100% throughout the entire season. There are some moments that you will drop. We've picked up our level again with some good games after struggling last year, and we want to win as much games as possible of the remaining fixtures. He was also asked about one of our captains, Ronald Arau, on his contract situation. What do you recommend him doing in terms of his renewal? So this was his response. Nothing to say. I am not in the situation. Only him and the club can answer that. Coming to athletic players, he was specifically asked about the forwards, about the William brothers in this form. How are you going to deal with fast players like the likes of Nico Williams? Raphinha answered this. We know their qualities and their potential, the William brothers. We hope to play our best game, both offensively and defensively, attacking-wise, in order to be able to score and win the game. We have just received news about Nico's doubt for this game. He has some small setback on his left ankle and may not start or play, but Flick said we need to focus on the team and not on individual players. And then Raphinha was asked on fans. This is our 5th Spanish Super Cup in Saudi Arabia. He was asked on the atmosphere, how is it like and how important is it to be in Saudi? He answered, there are a lot of fans. It's his 3rd time as a Barca player in Saudi Arabia, and spoke on how important the fans are, being able to enjoy the special moments, playing in front of them, and his message to the Barca fans in Saudi. Big fan base indeed. His message was to thank them for their affection. We know how difficult it is to go to Barcelona and watch the games, and to come here and play the semi-final and the final of Supercopa. We need to do what we can to get the win for them. Next question was about the significance of this Super Cup, whether it will affect what we do in the league and in other competitions. I quote, it's a really important competition. In the end, you play 2 of the best sides of the Copa del Rey and La Liga, and to be able to fight for this trophy is spectacular, and winning the cup in this competition only motivates us more, and it will not affect us in any way. So finally, he was asked if these registration issues would affect Barcelona's potential future signings, and Rafa spoke, giving his honest opinion. This is what he said, and I quote, I think so. I can't say no, otherwise I would be lying. If I was in another club, I would surely think about it, whether to come or go to another club. So what do you make of those words? That will wrap up the press conference ahead of tonight's game. I will be coming back with a match preview later before the game. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.